here on First Things First. We're going to hear from Steve Kerr in a minute, but first, some highlights from last night. LeBron imposing his will to the basket for the slam. That's how LeBron does it. Part of his 51-point night.
He did a great job of mixing up intermediate jump shots. Only shot a few three-pointers earlier, but getting to the rim, very, very aggressive.
This is something people wanted Houston to do more of, to try to get to the basket more against Golden State when they didn't have a rim protector out there. LeBron did it
hard to finish above the rim.
All right, more LeBron here. Drives, gets hit, still makes the bucket. So strong.
I thought this was going to be the game winner. This was an and one to put the Cavs up 2 right before the controversial block charge reversal.
And that was after Draymond almost put his eye out earlier.
Yeah, more on Draymond.
To continue going to the hole after being fouled like that, it really shows what he was thinking about going into that game and keeping it till late in the game.
Okay, do you see this? Steph Curry draws 2 defenders on the drive, then a no-look pass back to Sean Livingston.
Yeah, got lucky on this one. Got lucky, real lucky. You can see his body language talking to Sean afterwards. Sean needed all the length and the reach to be able to get this one.
Steph is an excellent passer, but he's a 9 out of 10 passer who passes like he's a 12 out of 10, which sometimes leads to some errant.
Yeah, sometimes he makes the pass a little more difficult.
Yes, exactly right.
All right, more now on Game 1. And what a way to open up the NBA Finals with something nobody saw coming, a close game, a game that went to overtime, a game where the Warriors would go on to beat the Cavs 124-114. LeBron scoring 51, his high for an NBA Finals game. In fact, no one's ever scored 50 and lost in a final. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr weighing in on this LeBron team.
We're playing a great team. It's the finals. It's not going to be easy. I know everybody has been saying and writing that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We're playing a great team. They've been to the finals 4 years in a row, just like we have, for a reason. They have a guy who's playing basketball at a level that I'm not sure anybody's ever seen before when you consider everything he's doing. And he's got a really good group of teammates around him, and they put a lot of pressure on you. They're really hard to guard. So it's going to be a tough series.
There was one true thing he said there. There was in that entire soundbite, there was one true statement he said. They got a guy playing basketball at about as high of a level as anyone's ever played it. That was the only honest moment.
Yeah, and you know what he's doing? He's doing things like we've never seen people do it. Mm-hmm. Oh, but the other guys are great.
Right.
Well, the reason why he's doing things like we've never seen someone do it because they're pulling it out of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, so listen, coming into this series, I don't think anyone thought this was going to be close. I think we were thinking maybe a game, maybe 2 games if they're lucky. What you saw last night, did it make you change your opinion on how this series is going to shift now moving forward, or how close it might be moving forward?
Only if they had won. It might change my opinion. Like, you can't give away a game in the finals. The team has more talent than you. The team that Steve Kerr, this team's been to the final 4 straight times. But look, you've been twice. You had the MVP. Then you went out and got the second best player. So don't try to compare your team to what the Cavs team. It might be different if they had won that game. We don't know how the Cavs are going to react on Sunday. I mean, LeBron James, in 32, I think, Nick, of the 33 series that he has played in, he's won on the road. He won that game last night. JR lost the game. So if you tell me LeBron wins game number 1, yeah, absolutely. I tell Nick all the time, new information, you get a new opinion.
That was the only path to the Cavs winning this series, and it was a slim path. Involved them winning game 1, in my estimation.
Yes.
It was.
Because you got real pressure on Golden State that even supersedes the pressure that they had in Houston. In the Houston series, Houston had home court advantage. Golden State wins game number 1 and takes it from them.
And because here's the other reason. Forget the fact that since they added Kevin Durant, Golden State, the Warriors have lost a grand total of 2 home playoff games at Oracle. They were both in the last series. But it was also because you cannot expect this Cavs team to win all 3 at home. You can't. Not against this team. So if you're only going to get, at best, 2 wins in Cleveland, the only path to victory in the series was to get 2 wins in Oracle. A buddy of mine called me yesterday and said, if the Cavs win, what's the story? And I said, I'll tell you, they split the first 2. They split the second 2. They then win game 6 at home. And then they say, we got the best player in the world in game 7. We'll see what the hell happens. This was their opportunity.
Yes.
This was their chance. They had the last 2 years, they have gotten beat by a combined 40-plus points, with none of the games being, I think, less than 13 in the opening 2 games in Oracle. And this was their opportunity. And the fact that LeBron at the end of regulation had 49, 8, and 8. And, yeah, they should have won, but they should have won by 2, by 1. Like, LeBron had as good of a game as you can have in the NBA Finals. And it should have been barely enough. You can't expect LeBron to average 50 a game in this series.
Well, guys, yeah, they lost the game. But did anyone think that they were going to be basically tied down the stretch like that? Like, did anyone here think that it was going to be that close when the game ended? No, none of us thought that. No one out there thought that. Having seen that, you don't think LeBron, with now 2 days rest, can do it again? You don't think that this team says, hey, you know what? We actually can play. Like, yeah, JR lost this game, but we can play these guys. Like, you don't think it's going to pump them up and not deflate them?
Tell me individually, all right? Who got more confidence going into game number 2? Tell me one of the starters that they saw their performance for the Cavs and be like, oh, you know something? I think I'm ready. Who?
Why can't you say that about the Warriors?
Because the Warriors don't need more confidence. The Warriors are the overwhelming favorite.
Kevin Durant didn't play good. They won.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Draymond, he played an all-round game, didn't shoot the ball particularly, but they won the game. They got away. They feel like they escaped. They're like, yeah, we got confidence because, man, we played bad and we escaped with the win. There's no one outside of LeBron that's going to be looking at the stat sheet, look at the film, and be like, you know something? I got more confidence going the game.
I slightly disagree with that. I think Kevin Love a little bit. Kevin Love, this is one of the best offensive finals games he's played. 21 and 13 will take from Kevin
Okay,
Love.
let me tell you something. Kevin Love will come back down to earth.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, like I don't expect Kevin Love to play better. I expect Golden State to make the adjustments against him.
100%. I was just responding to when you're saying who has more confidence. Kevin Love, after missing the last 2 games, playing at that level against this team probably has more confidence. But Jenna, to answer your point directly, you said none of us thought it'd be close. And it was close. So why can't... If you'd have told me yesterday, LeBron's going to have, arguably, the greatest finals game anyone's ever had since Elgin Baylor, I'd have said, oh, maybe the Cavs could win. LeBron's going to have a 50-point finals game, just the 6th ever, and do it on the highest efficiency of any player ever, then I'd be like, oh, they could win. You guys know how I think about LeBron. You can't do this every night. This will be, the odds are, the overwhelming odds are, this is the best game LeBron's going to play all series. Because you can make the argument it's the best game LeBron's played his whole career. So the odds are it's going to be the best game he plays all series. That's why it's such a wasted opportunity.
LeBron scores 51. The rest of the starters score 40. All right? So, no, there's no way that they're taking more confidence in game number 2 after giving away game number 1.
I hope I'm wrong, Jenna. I hope I'm wrong.
I can't believe I've become like the
Yeah,
Cavs supporter on this team here. Coming up, did the refs blow the game for the